Hi there, keen traders. This is Currency Watch. We're going to go through the majors. We're going to look at the Great Britain odd. And what I did today is, for the Euro USD, I placed out a chart that shows every trade that was in the stacking setups for the 2013 and I guess 2014. And when you look at that chart, you'll be able to see that over the last few months we've had basically sideways trading. We haven't really been able to gain an edge, and this has happened before. And I think it was the beginning of 2011 or 12. We just had sideways trading for quite some time before we had a momentum move in one direction or the other, and that's what we're waiting for here. But let's go ahead and we'll start off, and let's actually look at the Great Britain odds to start things off. You can see that this pair broke through the ascending trend line. Yesterday I was looking to go lower in this cross with a push higher. It never even reached the 50 fib, which I think was around 186.90, but my entry was even safer than that. It was like 187.40 or something like that, with a stop there around 187.92. I was just hoping that we would reach this resistance zone and push up a little bit and then spike back down lower. Didn't get it, didn't want to risk all the pips. It's been hard to trade this pair as of late because we've had these giant moves. I mean, these are unprecedented moves. The pair doesn't normally move, what is that, 186.41 to basically 330 pips in a 4-hour stretch, and that really all happened in about an hour time. But that doesn't matter. What we did is we pushed back down through this trend line. So what are we looking for now? The ascending trend line that has capped the price action over the last year, last year or so, over the last since November. Now we have pushed lower, but you have to be careful. I'm not always 100% confident of these moves, but a push back up to this trend line would be an excellent buying opportunity, shorting opportunity. So right now, right here, I'm still looking to go short at the which was will run to the high of this candle is 186.50, so around the 185.50 level, which gives me the max risk that I'm willing to accept on one trade, which is 100 pips. So it is interesting. Now you could say, why don't I go short here and use this candle as my reference point? Well, because it's not that much farther below this spike, and what happens is when you have a spike, even though it responds, that is your new entry level. And you can see that the your new resistance level, let's say it's at 164. You can see that this pair has not broken that by much, so we'll have to see this 4-hour candle. There still is 30 minutes left, or it could be a good point for a pushback, and we'll look for a move up to this level. You can see that the move yesterday, if anybody took it, good idea to move to break even after that push down lower. That was a very intriguing candle set up there, though, but it just didn't seem to plan out. But all right, so let's go through the rest of the majors. The Euro USD, you can see the pair is still very much range bound between 137.40 and 134.75. I'm not going to touch it until we get a break of this range. I mean, this sideways drift is a killer right now, and we need to have a break of it. And until that does occur, there's not much we can do. We see the trend is lower. I mean, if we want to move up onto a weekly chart, but we need to see a break of this 134.75 level and hopefully a bit of momentum one way or the other. In the USD Swiss franc, you can see the same. This pair has broken the trend line, didn't really gather any steam, and now we're just waiting for a 91.50 break or a break of this ascending trend line around 88.75. And the Great Britain odd, this pair went into a trade today, and anybody that's been following for a while, everybody knows that this pair is the range-bound camp champion as of lately. It has done nothing for like the last 3 months. We are looking for a break of this range, but on the daily, this is actually an interesting setup. We'll have to definitely check that out on the close. But we can see there's a support zone between 163.30 and 160. Actually, it's actually 163.30 and 162.50. Looking for a break or hold of this level. If we get a hold, we could see a push back up to the top, and the top of the range at 166.50. Of course, the first level of resistance would be this ascending trend line that was once past support. So what we're going to see here is if we get a hold here and we skip that down on the 4-hour, just trying to play that bounce. Not 100% sure if it's going to. The risk reward is pretty decent. We'll see if we get a break of this level. We'll move the risk down to this chart, this level. Move the risk to this candle. If we get a break of this, basically most likely if we get up to 163.73, and then we'll look for a run back up to the top, and maybe even switch it up to the daily chart so we can get a little bit of momentum. Not 100% sure if we don't on the daily close, if it doesn't look look nice. I might just go ahead and close this trade out. But right now, that's a nice candle that the pair is trying to create. Let's go through the rest of the majors. To New Zealand, yeah, this was the New Zealand and Aussie talk of the day. 181 is damn nice for this pair, and you can see we're at the 181, 180.60 level. Pair found resistance again, popped up back higher, and now it's getting pretty close to ascending trend line. And the New Zealand USD, you can see, for some reason I don't have it up on this chart. Excuse me, New Zealand. The Aussie USD, you can see that the pair also spiked higher, and we all know that by now, that was due to rhetoric out of the central bank following the interest rate decision. And it looks like this pair now that is below the 0.8820 level. That will definitely be support, and we will look for a continued push higher past resistance to the 91 level. Well, no, we're not going to look for a push to the 91 level, but a hold above this level favors a push and back into this range bound, and any fall back to the 88.20 level could present a buying opportunity. Yen, our friend, has just been consolidating in this support zone between 101 and 101.60. This is a tough level. If we get a break of this 100, 101.60, then this could be the beginning of a trend for another pushback higher. So we'll have to definitely watch the price action there, and more so magnified action in the Euro JPY and the Great Britain JPY. All right, everybody, that's Currency Watch. Have a good one.